Dobra, więc witam serdecznie w kolejnym znakomitym odcinku z serii Genshin Impact, odcinek numer 121. No i kontynuujemy naszą wspaniałą przygodę właśnie w tym Sumeru City. Maję się spotkać z jedną bohaterką z tego poprzedniego odcinka. Właśnie umówiliśmy się w jakiejś tawernie, więc zobaczymy.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait! Stand down, Dehya!
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. I still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dehya, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dehya, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dehya. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Co się dzieje?
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Czyli mamy zaraz jakkolwiek chyba odpocząć, już pójść zjeść.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dehya, haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Dobra, zjemy cokolwiek zamówisz, nie trzeba przepłacać.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Buy mine will pass.
Wcześniej gotowałaś jakieś ślimaki?
What do you have against my slime dishes? Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendroarchon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you.
Really?
Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt.
Wow, you really do know everything.
Dunyarzad, is there anything you want?
What? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything.
Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen.
But can you make my illness go away?
Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now.
Then can you be my friend? After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Tevat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tevat.
To może to był właśnie ten Lesser Lord Kusunali?
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
Czy my też możemy iść?
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Dobra, czyli musimy się spotkać na jakimś bazarze. Chwila, moment, jak w ogóle z tego miejsca wyjść tamtędy chyba? A nie, tędy, ale zobaczyłbym jeszcze jak to wygląda na drugim piętrze. Ta tawerna jest jednak o wiele większa niż na pierwszy rzut oka można przypuszczać. Patrzcie na to. Jakie wspaniałe wnętrza, ciekawa sprawa. Dobra, więc co było na tyle zaraz, jak się w ogóle stąd wydostać tędy, okej. Czyli spotkanie w tawernie zakończone, no i zobaczmy gdzie ten bazar się teraz znajduje. 100 metrów dalej, czyli szybkie przejście. No i zobaczymy jak będzie z tamtą bohaterką, czy może jakkolwiek, nie wiem, oszukała tą bohaterkę, z którą teraz przed chwilą rozmawialiśmy, tam dała jej jakąś morę, ale co się później z tym stało, to niestety nie wiadomo. Więc zaraz zobaczymy.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home. But you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Tak jest.
That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sub-Zeru's festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
Remont tej całej miejscówki, nie wiem, zobaczymy.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Czemu nikt się tym nie zajął?
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zeru's festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. With the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zerus, the most important performance at the Sub-Zerus festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told them the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay, then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zerus festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
To brzmi jakby mieli naprawdę bardzo ciekawą, nie wiem, imprezę.
Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered parisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real parisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth parisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real Bodhisattvas on the stage. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sabzeruz festival? Will you two be coming?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea!
Jesteś pewna, że to nie dlatego, że chcesz zobaczyć, jak tańczy Nilou?
Of course Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz festival together?
Dobry plan.
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sabzeruz festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Dobra, czyli misja polegająca na zwiedzaniu okolicy. Porozmawiajmy.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an outlander? Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
To się dowiadujemy, może zdobędziemy, nie wiem, cukierka.
Dancing at the Sabzeruz festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the Goddess of Flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sabzeruz festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
No ciekawe, kto to mógł w ogóle być? Dobra, w takim razie jeszcze 3 osoby, na przykład z tą porozmawiamy?
Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. 2 things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
To trzeba będzie to wypróbować. Dobra, ten... Farhat...
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
To jest wtedy festiwal naukowy na przykład, hech. Jeszcze mamy jednego bohatera do rozmowy piętro wyżej, właśnie z tą wcześniejszą Dany za, czy tam jak to się wymawia.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course! The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Dunyarzad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers herself.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine.
To ona może wychodzić z tego swojego, nie wiem, kiosku?
Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
Czy jesteś fanem tego festiwalu?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dehya. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that!
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
A co z tą Dunyarzad?
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan! Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dehya!
Czyli teraz raczej nie doświadczymy tego całego festiwalu, to dopiero za jakiś czas będzie, a na razie musimy się w to miejsce udać i z tą bohaterką spotkać.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dehya. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Ta rzeczywiście się, nie wiem, zarumieniła, jeżeli kiedyś to widziałem.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
Ta bohaterka akurat wygląda znacząco bardziej charakterystycznie. Jeżeli miałaby być jakaś postać w przyszłości grywalna, to raczej ona.
Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dehya! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfond for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rukshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Czemu powinniśmy to robić?
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dehya, and you too, Osfond. Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
No, z pewnością nie zapomnimy.
Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
Czyli tym razem mamy się udać na znacząco dalsze południowe tereny aż tędy, o rany, Dobra, więc mamy niby jakąś teleportację. No i postaramy się jeszcze na koniec odcinka tam jakkolwiek dotrzeć. Więc czeka nas dalsza eksploracja świata. Odkryjemy kolejną część tej wspaniałej krainy. No i zobaczymy, czy po drodze będą jeszcze jakieś interesujące miejscówki. Do tej pory widać, że mamy jakieś jeszcze mniejsze miasteczka, bardziej, nie wiem, rybackie. Chyba wzdłuż tej całej rzeki to nam powinno zagwarantować raczej jakieś zwycięstwo. No chwila, moment. Za pomocą właśnie tych lian mógłbym też o wiele szybciej podróżować, więc to jest też całkiem dobrym wyborem. I to nawet na jakieś bardzo dalekie odległości. Ale niestety nie mogę tego zrobić pływając, okej. W sumie nawet nie wiedziałem. Jeszcze raz, come on! Teraz za pomocą lotu możemy to lepiej zrobić, okej. To będzie najszybszym wyborem. Więc trzeba akurat szukać tych tajemniczych lian, potem za pomocą tego latawca i możemy się dalej dostać. Chwila, moment. Z tego co widzę na mapie jeszcze tędy mógłbym odkryć tą nową część krainy, ale pytanie jak to teraz zrobić. No przy okazji jakieś, nie wiem, bardziej tajemnicze, pojedyncze domki. Ale w sumie nie mogę wiele w tym miejscu jeszcze wykonać tędy. No nawet po takiej ścianie nie mogę pionowo w zasadzie wchodzić. Ciekawa sprawa. Proszę bardzo. Myślałem, że to będzie jeszcze ta liana, ale to nam już dużo nie da. Dobra, w każdym razie tworzymy wspinaczkę, odblokujmy jeszcze ten nowy save i zobaczymy, co z tego w ogóle wyjdzie. To z kolei jakieś kolejne bossy, ale to chyba jakaś sprawa poboczna. Nie będę teraz tego wszystkiego wykonywał. No myślę, że to jest akurat najważniejszą kwestią. Czyli właśnie odnalezienie tego oto... tej statuły 7 tak zwanej, okej. No i proszę bardzo, mamy ten cały port Ormos. Dobra, więc jeszcze na zakończenie odcinka sprawdzę sobie jakieś tereny poboczne, na przykład tędy do Obrada, a może nawet w tą stronę. Chwila, moment. Tak, czy już mamy nawigację. No i tak sobie mniej więcej przejdę wokoło, zobaczymy co z tego w ogóle wyjdzie. Czyli na samym początku w tą oto stronę musimy się udać, tam mamy kolejną teleportację. No i postaram się na tych teleportach teraz skupić. No mamy naprawdę bardzo interesujące miejscówki z tej oto strony, na przykład tajemnicze... Ej, zaraz, ja chyba patrzę w złą stronę, żebym po raz najgorzej. Poszedłem w tą stronę żółtego, nie wiem jak to nazwać, celu, natomiast żeby dostać się do teleportacji musiałbym chyba po tym to zrobić. O rany, kurde. To mi jednak sporo zajmie. Jak mam się aż tak wysoko wspinać? To chyba aż tam super na szczyt. Czyli cóż, raczej skupię się bardziej na eksploracji świata. Może jednak trochę zająć zanim aż tak daleko dojdziemy. Ale z czym mamy do czynienia? Jakieś tajemnicze, ogromne roboty. Dosłownie największej skali, której do tej pory jeszcze nie widziałem. Może w przyszłości rzeczywiście będą aż takie ogromne bossy. Na skalę makro, więc nie wiem, zobaczymy. Do tej pory nie mieliśmy do czynienia z jakimiś super wielkimi bossami. No coś tam sobie przypominam, jakieś pojedyncze, takie nie wiem, większe bóstwa. W szczególności na przykład w tym Lie Harbor. Tam była walka z takim, nie wiem, pojedynczym bossem, lewiatanem, czy tam jak to wszystko nazwać. No i to chyba była jedna z trudniejszych walk, ale jakoś daliśmy radę. W każdym razie to jest jeszcze o wiele większe. Kurde, jak ja mam się tak aż wysoko wspinać teraz? Pytanie. Kurde, to jednak nam o wiele więcej zajmie niż sądziłem. Dobra, może jakoś tędy przejdziemy. Nie wiem, czy w sumie interesuje was taka bardziej eksploracja świata, szczerze mówiąc. Czy takie rzeczy są w sumie interesujące do oglądania? Bardziej pod jakieś może live'y by się to nadawało, tak bym obstawiał. No ale myślę, że i tak jest to w miarę interesujące. Mamy w sumie do czynienia z całkowicie nową krainą, więc zrobię w tym miejscu pojedynczy wyjątek. Przy okazji możemy doświadczyć zupełnie nowego soundtracku, który po raz kolejny prezentuje się naprawdę niesamowicie ciekawie. Kurde, ciężka sprawa. Dobra, na samym początku chyba już odblokuję tą teleportację. Wydaje mi się, że ta teleportacja jest jakoś w dziurze jakiejś i to by jednak nam, nie wiem... To by jednak nie była najlepsza chyba kolejność. Na samym początku odblokuję jeszcze ten punkt kontrolny na szczycie góry i może to się na cokolwiek jeszcze przyda. Nie wiem, zobaczymy. A za pomocą tych grzybów? O, proszę bardzo, ale... Nie, to nam dużo nie daje. To jest dosłownie ogromna góra, kurde, może za pomocą tych teleportacji należy to jakkolwiek wykonywać. To chyba trochę zgrabniej wtedy wyjdzie. Czyli mamy jakąś ogromną, dosłownie, nie wiem, spiralę. Ale co dalej? O, mamy kolejne platformy, to z pewnością się zaraz uda. No to nie jest jednak aż takim prostym podejściem. No właśnie, zawsze warto na samym początku te save'y najwyższe odblokowywać. Są akurat najbardziej przydatne, potem możemy łatwo przechodzić na te poboczne tereny, bardziej nieopodal, więc warto to jednak wszystko zrobić i w sumie zaraz będziemy chyba na miejscu. O, jest i save. A może jeszcze coś na tej górze znajdziemy tak na szybkości. O nie, nie mam już energii. Dobra, w ostatniej chwili jakkolwiek daliśmy radę. Chwila, moment, żeby się tylko nie ześlizgnąć. I tym oto sposobem jestem na górze świata. Co to w ogóle jest? Chyba mam jakąś teleportację, ale... Nie wiem, czy to by się do czegoś jeszcze nadawało. Ten natomiast... Walka z jakimś kolesiem na 70. No sobie wielokrotnie z takimi radziliśmy, chociaż ten ma trochę wyższy poziom. Przy okazji widzę, że gwiazdka ta do zebrania znajduje się jakoś nieopodal, ale... A, chyba będzie piętro wyżej, rzeczywiście. No i proszę bardzo, warto było jednak jakkolwiek eksplorować ten cały świat. Dobra, raczej po kolei. Na samym początku tędy sobie zajdziemy, od razu będziemy mieli kolejną teleportację. I może się jeszcze trochę tam cofnę po kolejnego save'a i chyba tyle. A tędy z kolei? Chyba jakieś nowe potworki, ale... A raczej nie wygląda to jakoś super nadzwyczajnie, dobra. Czyli mamy teleportację. To jest jedna sprawa, natomiast tędy... Jak się do tej drugiej jeszcze dostać? Wydaje mi się, że ta teleportacja będzie się trochę niżej znajdowała. Tak to w sumie prezentuje się na tej mapie. Zaraz sobie to zobaczymy. Eksploracja jakichś nowszych terenów, kurde. No to miejsce jest jednak wielopiętrowe. Jakieś pewnie misje poboczne będą się znajdowały, jakoś widać piętro niżej, jakieś tajemnicze, nie wiem, łańcuchy. Więc jakoś w wolnej chwili może to wszystko jeszcze jakkolwiek sprawdzimy. No i mamy i save'a. Dosyć prosto będzie to jednak odblokować. A mamy też jakieś kolejne tam krainy, jaskinie ukryte. Trzeba będzie również to zobaczyć. Może będą jakieś dodatkowe misje o wiele później. No muszę w tym miejscu przyznać, że zawartość tego nowego patcha jest chyba największa do tej pory. Chyba jest to największy patch, jaki do tej pory udało mi się doświadczyć na przestrzeni tej rozgrywki. Naprawdę ogromna kraina, dużo ciekawych questów fabularnych, więc to jednak trochę zajmie, żeby to jakkolwiek na fulla doświadczyć. Tędy jeszcze jakieś kolejne jaskinie, ale nie, może jakieś inne misje jeszcze będą. Tam mam jakieś podwodne w sumie krainy. Ten poziom wody trzeba będzie obniżyć, okej. Dobra, w każdym razie tędy się teleportujemy. Mamy właśnie krajobraz tego nowego portu. No ale na tym porcie akurat skupię się już w kolejnym materiale. Więc tak, jeżeli interesuje was kontynuacja, to polecam zostawić lajka, suba oraz dzwonka. No i w sumie to było na tyle. Ja się z wami żegnam. No do jutra.